Hey guys, welcome to question MM158 of the Maths Methods Fortify study guide. So we've got this function y equals g of x. Now we don't know what the actual equation for this function is, but we don't necessarily need to. The question is asking us to find the graph of the derivative function y equals g dash of x. So our gradient function of this original function. So the important parts here is, firstly, where our gradient is equal to 0. I'll just use m. So where m equals 0, where m is positive, and where m is negative. So we need to work out all these things on here to be able to work out what our gradient function looks like. So let's start with our m equals 0. So we can tell that our original function has a gradient of 0 at x equals negative 2 and x equals 0. Right? So this is our 0 point here. So x equals negative 2 and x equals 0. Now this means that our gradient function must have x-intercepts at x equals negative 2 and x equals 0, right? Because our x-intercepts of our gradient function determine where our stationary points are of the original. And immediately this actually cuts out a, b, and d as options. So c and e both have x-intercepts of the gradient function at negative 2 and 0, which means we're just going to have to work out which one is which. And guys, I've written the right answer here, which is C, but I'm just going to walk you through that. So from the original graph, we can see that the gradient of this is positive all the way from negative infinity up to negative 2. So it's positive because it's going up, 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 up to negative 2, becomes 0 at negative 2, and then it keeps going up, right? So it's still positive from negative 2 to 0, and then it goes negative after 0 all the way to infinity, it looks like. So that means that our gradient function must be above the x-axis from negative infinity to negative 2, and then from negative 2 to 0, right? Because our y value on our gradient function is equal to the actual gradient of our original function. So that means that our gradient function must have its graph above the x-axis from negative infinity to negative 2 and then negative infinity to 0, which is C, right? So C is above the x-axis at this point and between here, whereas our other possible answer, E, actually comes up from the bottom like this and then goes up. So that's not a viable answer because our gradient from negative 2 to 0 is positive, and from negative infinity to negative 2. Not negative. So C is our correct answer, guys. Please hit me up if you have any questions in the comments below. But I think that's it for this question. Just do process of elimination. So just work through each component of this graph where the gradient is 0, etc., and just eliminate other possible answers as you go. All right, guys, this is me out. I'll see you in the next video.